This is a big India Today exclusive now coming up. An official had flagged off a serious flaw in the signalling system way back in February. In a letter, Principal Chief Operating Manager of the South Western Railway Zone had raised a concern of the signal failure of an express train. An official says this raises eyebrows in other zones too. Now, an initial internal investigation by the Indian Railways has found that this Odisha train accident was the failure with regard to the change in the interlocking system, and electronic interlocking system was part of that, signalling was part of that. Officials within the railway board had warned about serious flaws in the system earlier as well in interlocking in February and had sought immediate action. Could there be a connection here of the two? But there were some issues that were raised way back in February by the officials of the South Western Railway Zone as well, and that was on the concerns of the signal failure. I want to go across to my colleague Sagai Raj for the latest on that, because it pertains to the Southern Western Railway Zone. Do tell us more about this, Sagai. What was the official trying to say? That we need to take a look at this. We need to be aware if it can happen to one train, it can happen to others as well.
Absolutely. There are a lot of similarities that we have seen in Odisha as well as in Hosadurga. Hosadurga incident was averted because of the loco pilot awareness, and he stopped the train when he realized that there was something wrong with the interlocking system. For an example, you have Coromandel Express, and in this case in Hosadurga, there was a Shalimar-Chennai Express which was coming towards heading towards its destination. Likewise, Coromandel Express was also heading towards Chennai, and that's when Coromandel took a head-on collision with a goods vehicle. Similarly, Shalimar-Chennai train on February 8th was supposed to collide with a goods vehicle near Hosadurga, but the co-pilot took cognizance of the failure of interlocking system, and because of his awareness, he has averted a big collision on that particular day. But in the case of Odisha, the Coromandel Express had collided with a goods vehicle because the interlocking system which has failed, he has not taken cognizance of it, and it is not the fault of the loco pilot, but it is a fault of the system, the people who have to take care of those things. So that is the reason this particular vehicle took on a head-on collision, and the vehicle, the train which was coming from Bengaluru, from Yeshwanthpur, has ran over on Coromandel coaches, which fell on the other track. So a precaution letter which was been already sent by the Chief Operating Manager of South Western Railways, Harishankar Verma, on the same. However, we need to wait and watch whether the railways have taken cognizance of these kind of failures and have taken any kind of action on the same, because there's a precautionary. It's a serious failure where the letter has been highlighted and it has been sent to the concerned authorities. But the question is whether they have taken action on this. So the letter is now in the public forum.
Is there a connection between the letter and what has happened in the accident? Because that would be then perhaps be very significant. Is that what we are looking at here, Sagai? That even if it's not the same, it could be similar in the manner in which the concern was raised in February?
It was actually similar. It was actually similar. That's what I was trying to tell you. In the case of February 8th...
Sagai, keep tracking the latest on this big story.